please, we need help reminding people to not waste water, to only irrigate when they need it, because our treatment plants are running at full capacity. There's too much sediment. We can't process this water fast enough.
And what people are encouraged to do is to go online to makewaterwork.ca and make a pledge. It can be one thing, save water by watering between dusk and dawn if you've got an automatic watering system, or you can take all 6 of the pledges and then you're automatically entered to win a $6,000 low water makeover for your yard or your garden.
Now this is just a child's diaper, and this is how much comes out of a child's diaper. But when you add water to it, and that's going to hold the water and release it into the dirt. You put it in here, you put it in. I just filled it up. And then I put the plants in here. And this little bucket, it's an old ice cream bucket. That's what I use to wash the fruit and veggies in. And when the fruit and veggies have been washed, this needs to go out and water a plant outside. It doesn't need to be poured down the sink.
We decided on a radical makeover. So right away we pulled out our friendly patch of grass. We replaced it with rock, and of course right away people say, well, rock? That is so ugly. Why would you take a stand of beautiful grass and replace it with rock? But of course the trick is to dig perennial gardens and incorporate other features into that situation, and suddenly you find something that is as aesthetically pleasing as anything you want to do from a gardening point of view. That's campanula, that's reasonable on the drought tolerance scale. Then you see a giant stand of yarrow. Now, yarrow's super righteous on the drought tolerance scale. Behind here, we plucked out this evil cedar hedge, and these are actually cypress. Again, a certain degree of righteousness in terms of drought tolerance, and there's mugo pines growing underneath that one day will grow up to match the cedar hedge.
This is about the size of an Australian sink in Western Australia. That's the sink. So you don't put a lot of water in that. Now, if you look at your sinks right now and you were to get a tray like this, a pan like this, and put it in and only use that to do your washing up at the sink, you have a bucket in the shower, because when you turn the shower on, generally speaking, that water when it first comes out is not warm enough. It's either too cold or too hot. You need to catch that water. You're not wasting water this way. You're repurposing it.
So with Make Water Work, there are a couple of things that we're trying to encourage. So people to use less water in their landscape, and they can do that by looking through the Make Water Work plant collection at makewaterwork.ca and find plants that are suitable. We've got garden center partners up and down the valley that are working with us to make sure that residents have the right types of plants to put in their yards. But also by going to makewaterwork.ca and taking the pledge to Make Water Work, you're then entered to win a $6,000 WaterWise yard upgrade.
And so Make Water Work is not just a website. I think it's becoming more of a mantra or a way of life around the Okanagan here. So and it's good to see the rain garden here and what we've done in Penticton, and there's some color to it. So there is some punch to it instead of just the dull gray that everyone calls as xeriscaping. There's Penticton's. A little more colorful than the regional districts one, but we're not comparing. It's not a competition.
It's hot. And so we use water to quench the thirst of our landscapes. Really, with Make Water Work, one of the things that we're trying to encourage is wise water use. So yes, there might be the need for more water, but if we plant the right things and if we do it right on our landscapes, if we're not watering in the middle of the day, we're watering between dusk and dawn and adopting other principles through Make Water Work, then you'll actually be using less water. And the idea of, making sure to plant the landscape that suits our valley. So look at the landscape around you. You don't expect to have a Vancouver kind of landscape in the Okanagan, right? Look at the hills, at how dry it is. There, through our Make Water Work plant collection, you can find a variety of plants that, even here at the RDOS, you can see that they've planted beautiful plants in here that are, lovely to look at, but don't require the amount of water that some other varieties would.
Just changing that mindset doesn't happen overnight, but I challenge everyone to to open your horizons and push your comfort zone in terms of water usage around your home, in and out.